Alhamdulillah wassalatu ala rasulihil kareem. Welcome to the live program offered to you by the Nagamia Institute of Islamic Medicine and Science. This program is dedicated to the rarest collections of the Quran that would be offered by Naim Dam. Inshallah, we will begin with the recitation of the Quran, and we will recite the first 9 verses of Surah Al-Hijr, which is the 15th chapter of the Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام را تلك آيات الكتاب وقرآن مبين ربما يود الذين كفروا لو كانوا مسلمين ذرهم يأكلوا ويتمتعوا ويلههم الأمل فسوف يعلمون وما أهلكنا من قرية إلا ولها كتاب معلوم ما تسبق من أمة أجلها وما يستأخرون وقالوا يا أيها الذي نزل عليه الذكر إنك لمجنون لو ما تأتينا بالملائكة إن كنت من الصادقين ما ننزل الملائكة إلا بالحق وما كانوا إذا منذرين إنا نحن نزلنا الذكر وإنا له لحافظون Alif Lam Ra. These are signs of revelation of a discourse clear in itself and clearly showing the truth. And it will come to pass that those who are bent on denying this truth will wish that they had surrendered themselves to God Almighty. Leave them alone, let them eat and enjoy themselves, the while the hope of vain delights beguiles them, for in time they will come to know the truth. And never have we destroyed any community for its wrongdoing unless a divine writ had previously been made known to it. But remember that no community can ever forestall its end of its term, and neither can they deny it. And yet those who have denied the truth say, O you unto whom this reminder has been sent from on high, verily you are crazy. Why do you not bring before us angels if you are a man of truth? We never send down angels otherwise than in accordance with the demand of the truth. And were the angels to appear now, they would reject the divine writ, who would have no further respite. Indeed, we have ourselves bestowed from on high this Quran and this reminder, and behold, it is we who shall truly guard it from its corruption. Indeed, this is a rare moment for all of us that we would be witnessing this rare collections of the Quran that would be offered later during the program. Let's watch a video that would describe what this institute is all about. It is named after the founder. It was named after the founder by the organization that was established as early as in 1992. That was the International Institute of Islamic Medicine. And in 2019, that institute decided that it would be named, and it should be named after its founder, Dr. Husain Nagamia. And now it's called the Nagamia Institute of Islamic Medicine and Science. And then now relax and see this video. It's a short presentation on the aims and objectives of this Institute.
Nagamia Institute of Islamic Medicine and Sciences, formerly known as the International Institute of Islamic Medicine, aims to bring alive discoveries and inventions in medicine and other sciences. Through exhibitions, storytelling, and modern technology. We are a network of academics, historians, scientists, and physicians with deep subject matter expertise. We are eager to share our knowledge to create experiences that produce a better understanding of the Islamic ethos and the contributions of Muslims to medicine and other sciences. We invite you to join us to promote a scientific mindset and to inspire excellence in generations to come.
As you watch this video, you must have noticed that the people who are involved in it come from different vocations and different aspects of natural and social sciences. And one of the persons who has been involved with the efforts to develop a sound and a strong medical institute and medical organization in this country was Dr. Tajuddin Ahmed, who founded Islamic Medical Association of North America in 1967 when it was in a conference that held in Columbus, Ohio. He was the first to join NIIMS as a member and treasurer of the organization, as well as the International Institute of Medicine. He is the president and was the president of the Islamic Medical Association of North America. He's a founding members of ISNA, the largest Islamic organization, that is Islamic Society of North America. He is also the past president of the American Federation of Muslims of India. He is the founding member and president of MVIA that was established in 1975. He is the past president of the Clark County Medical Association, founding president and director of Cardiology Community Hospital in 1973, founding president of Clark and Champaign County Cardiology, and the corporate chairman of NWSC, which is a Muslim college, and founder and president of Taj Foundation, a nonprofit educational foundation. And in addition to that, he has established hundreds of schools in India, where he originally comes from. Welcome, Dr. Tajuddin Ahmed.
Introduction. I'm here today to point out some salient features and our future plans. As you already learned that Nagamia Institute of Islamic Medicine was established in 2018, and it was moved from Tampa, Florida, to Rolling Meadows, Illinois. We made a concerted effort to formulate a library and a very nice museum, which is on site. Alia, who is one of our coordinators, who is in charge of this place at the moment. We were very excited when we learned that Brother Naim was going to donate his lifetime collections of antique Qurans. We thought this will be very complementary to our own aims and objectives of NIIMS. To that effect, I'm planning to acquire a space adjacent to the current NIIMS office and library, so that can be housed properly after total renovation, just like the way we have done to our own library. And then probably we'll hire a curator to make sure these are well preserved on an ongoing basis. We plan to conduct schools and colleges to come and visit this future museum of antique Qurans. So we are very excited. We need all your support ongoing. We have committed certain funds already to undertake this project, and Brother Naim has been very generous to donate these to us, and we will definitely carry out his legacy and his collections in the future. Thank you very much for your attention.
Tajuddin Ahmed for giving a brief introduction. Now we will hear directly from the individual after whose name this institute has been named. Dr. Husain Nagamia is a well-known personality in the United States of America and all over the world. He has been actively involved in establishing and volunteering for a number of Islamic organizations locally, nationally, and internationally. He's a member of and Founders Committee of the Islamic Society of North America, which is the largest Islamic organization in North America. He has served as president of Islamic Medical Association of North America in 1982, and he was editor-in-chief of the Islamic Medical Associations of North America journal for almost 5 years. He is the vice chairman of International Society of Islamic Medicine, which is located in Doha, Qatar. And Dr. Nagamia has published hundreds of papers in numerous magazines and journals, and especially his paper on Islamic history of medicine is remarkable. He has also decided to publish a book on Islamic medicine and its history. He has lectured all over the world on subjects of history of Islamic medicine, including USA, UK, Qatar, UAE, Libya, Tehran, Turkey, Pakistan, India, South Africa, China, Japan, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Canada, and you can figure out all other countries where he has been. He has also developed a mobile exhibition on Islamic medicine. And certainly, with all this introduction, let's hear from the man who is pioneering this movement of Renaissance of Islamic medicine and its history.
Thank you very much for that generous introduction, Aslam Abdullah Saab. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. It is a great pleasure and honor for me, and I'm humbled by this grand occasion of presenting to you the rarest Quran in the United States, thanks to my friend and colleague, Mr. Naim Dam, who I met a few months ago, and who was kind enough to show me some of his rarest collections. And I immediately told him that these need to be presented to the entire world. This should not be kept in secret or locked under a vault. So he has agreed, and you are going to see some of them right here. He has got a much larger collection. Just a word or two about the International Institute of Islamic Medicine, which is now called the Nagamia Institute. The board decided to put my name on it because I was the initiator of this, but I don't deserve it really. But we are progressing. MashaAllah, we have done the inauguration in October of 2019. A lot of you attended that inauguration, and we want to really put the history of Islamic medicine on the map. We think that it has been a very neglected subject and that it needs a lot of attention. And you will see that we will be doing conferences, we'll be having field trips, we'll be educating the children, we'll be educating the medical students, we'll be developing a medical curricula to go to all the Islamic medical schools and even to non-Islamic medical schools, and propagating this science which has been neglected for centuries, in my opinion. We are also publishing a book which is called The Contributions of Islamic Medicine to the Development of Civilization. And it will be coming out very soon, inshallah. You'll kindly watch out for it. We'll announce it for you. And so on. Keep watching for our activities. We are going to have a symposium of the women in science very soon, within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Please watch out for that. There'll be periodic lectures and symposia, all being presented to you as a live stream, like we are doing it right now. So I thank you for participating. If you have any questions, please put in the comment column and we'll try to answer at the end of the show. Assalamu alaikum, and I'll hand it over to Dr. Aslam Abdullah to continue the program.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nagamia, for this brief introduction. In fact, what you have described is the need of the hour within the Muslim community, not only in the United States, but all over the world, where people, the young people, need to be inspired by the contributions that Muslims have made in the field of medical sciences, in the field of natural sciences. Well, now we move to the next phase of our program, which is the crux of the entire program. The gentleman who would be offering this presentation, by his profession and vocation, was not expected to do that, because he is the founder and CEO of HIMA-Q Incorporation, a biomedical startup company. He's a technical expert in the medical ultrasonic core sensing field. He has an established and successful track record of launching high-tech startup businesses and developing them into profitable, growth-oriented organizations. He personally holds 30% in the fields of 30 patents in the field of biomedical and clinical diagnostic critical parameters sensing systems, and has published numerous articles in medical and industrial automation journals. He holds a master's degree in electrical engineering from Purdue University. Naim Dam is a very active member of the Muslim community in Long Island, and he has served as a permanent board member of the Islamic Center of Long Island for over 16 years. During his period, he has served in various capacities to promote the center's cultural activities. Presently, he's involved with the Muslim Youth Foundation, whose aim is to unleash the potential of Muslim youth by cultivating and empowering them to further their contributions to the community. He also helps Muslim businesses by providing them guidance and seed money to help them start their ventures. Certainly, a person with these diverse business and technological and technical expertise was not expected to offer this rare collection of the Quran, which is the first of its kind in the United States, but he did it. And how did he it? He himself would tell us about it. Please welcome Brother Naim Dam for his remarkable collection and presentation.
Assalamu alaikum, dear brother and sister. Welcome to this exciting event organized by Nagamia Institute of Islamic Medicine and Science. I hope you all are safe and well. The purpose of today's live stream presentation is to share the golden age of Islamic period when Quran and Hadith emphasize the value of knowledge in addition to religion devotion. You may be curious to know how I started collecting a rare Islamic treasure while living in the United States. My journey began in 1989. I met an antique dealer who, at the art show, who had vast knowledge of Islam. He invited me to visit his shop in Manhattan to share with me two very special Quran from his extensive collection. The first belonged to the Indian ruler Tipu Sultan. It had 100 pages and were beautifully decorated and written by whole Quran by hand. Each page and its colorful and flower pattern decoration were almost identical. I will share this Quran with you in the presentation today. The second Quran belonged to a famous Indian Urdu poet from Lucknow. Each page is decorated. One side is completely gold and other side is completely silver. This first visit kindled my interest and started journey to learn the history of Islamic calligraphy. I began visiting antique shows and start collecting miniature arts and antique Quran with my limited budget. Please, I want to clarify that I'm a collector, not a historian. So I'm still learning about the original history of my collection. I am presenting a portion of my collection with you today. The first slide shows a Quran developed by Mr. Sandeep Burke in United States with a completely different way of looking the Quran. And that's my front page to share with you. The second leaf shows a Turkish rare Quran leaf. Its size is about 2 feet wide and about 3 feet long. The curator, Mr. Ravaya Tamar, has used Thuluth calligraphy with multiple color and a multiple different size to put the whole Quran together. The next 3 slides you will see is I have a lot of miniature collection of a small Quran, which are smallest one is like a size of 1 inch by 1 inch, and the big one is about 2 inch by 3 inches. The first slide shows there are many different kind of Quran in a different shape and a different size. They were written in a Gubbar script, and each Quran in the book is the size of my thumbnail. There are 4 magnificent aluminum pages in the beginning, all heading of surah and written in a red ink. This is another miniature pocket-sized Quran from Persia. The front cover is completely decorated with flowery pattern. It's on the lacquer. The Surah Fatiha and the Surah Al-Baqarah is completely illuminated with the gold and the blue. The next one is another pocket-sized miniature Quran with leather cover on the side. The image on these slides are all of front Quran. I'm sharing with you the front page and the last page and the leather cover. The Quran is early 1800 from Turkish origin. At that time, the soldier would keep this type of pocket miniature Quran when they traveled for their own purpose. This is another very interesting Quran in Bihari script, and they are from India in the mid-18th century. The Quran was developed during the Mughal period The Bihari script is one of the oldest scripts used to write the Quran during the Mughal period. This is the first Quran I am sharing you with, the coming from North Africa. It is from 16th century and the main text is the Kufic and it's about 4-inch by 4-inch size. The next Quran is another interesting Quran. It is completely written on the bark, bamboo bark. This Quran was originated from Indonesia. I would say it will be late 18th century or 19th century. The bamboo strip has to be preserved very carefully as the Quran is very, very delicate. This is another interesting Quran. Up till now, we saw the whole Quran was written by hand. This is the first one in 1987. It was printed and with the Latin translation. Until 1987, the Venice, they discovered a few pages of printed Quran from 16th century. However, they never found the complete Quran. So this Quran has remained the oldest complete printed Arabic Quran. The Quran on the next 4 slides that I will share with you are some of the rarest Quran and the most decorative Quran in my collection. The Quran we're visualizing right now is from the Isfahan, Iran during 1810 to 1824. This Quran are some of the most decorative design you can ever see. The opening pages are illuminated and is beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah. This is the next interesting Quran of my collection. It is from 18th or 17th century of Ottoman Empire. The one on the left is one of my most favorite because it's uniquely designed and I'm aware of this panel all done by hand. And most of the front page and the last surah are same way decorated. This is another Quran where one on the right side is from the Bihari script and the word from the left side presumably from the North Africa. I have not found the origin of this Quran, but this was time-wise developed during 1669 to 1670. This is one of the 2 oldest Quran, I would say, in handwritten completely. This is another most interesting Quran I have is from Kashmir, India. This was done in 1650 to 1735 and it is decorative aspects are from the Mughal culture. You can see the blue flowery pattern on the front page and the similar pattern will be last page too. This is another one of the rarest Quran. I got it from Persia. It belonged to the Khazar dynasty prince. This Quran was specially created for Khanlar Mirza al-Dawla, a prominent prince of Khazar dynasty in Persia. The last page includes a prayer of Prophet Muhammad and the Shia Imam. This Quran deserves to be seen personally. It is magnificently decorated. Each page, what you see today, are identical for the whole Quran. They are completely elaborated chrome gilt border that are done by hand. This could be during the Ottoman period or from the Mughal library in early 17th century. Another most interesting Quran from Syria is about 250 years old. This Quran is from Syria between 1880 and 1890. It represents one of a kind, very rare and unique form of calligraphy, referred as a positive and negative cut. The Quran was created through 3-stage process. where it was first masterfully written as a special multicolored paper. Each letter is carefully cut out with damaging the thin paper. And finally, each letter is affixed to the opposite page with such a precision that when you turn the page, the hollow page completely matches and raised with 100%. And if curator made a one mistake or not doing a right thing, they have to destroy 2 pages at a time. So you can guess how long it will take to complete one Quran. So this is one of extremely rare Quran I have. This is another collection. I have 3 chapters of Chinese Quran. And they were from 17th century. And I have a list of the name you will see are all the curator of that. The Quran was completely written in a Muhakkak script. And these are extremely rare Quran. And I was lucky enough to have it. This is the one I mentioned to you in the beginning. This is a Tipu Sultan personal library, and this was specially created for him. The whole prayer book was written in such a precision. The page you see in front of me is all 120 pages are identical throughout the book. It has the same color border, done by hand and written by hand. This book was dated 1780. These are the rare Kufic leaves from Ethiopia or Eritrea from 10th or 9th century. They were on a parchment paper, and second leaf is dyed. The red leaf on the right side is written in Al-Roha Kufic script. They are some of the oldest in my collection. This is another interesting fragment of a Kufic Quran from North Africa. It could be as early as 9th century or 10th century. It features Surah Al-Imran and written in a Kufic script. It features a very angular and dignified design that were originally created for writing on the stone. This is the most interesting at the last slide. Without this Kaaba's picture, my presentation will be little not complete. In 1881, photographer Abdul Ghaffar took the picture, a rare red picture of Kaaba, and signed that picture. And I was fortunate enough to get it from one of the professors at the top university. And this is my partial collection I'm exhibiting with you. Today I'm fortunate enough to share my collection with the help of NIIMS. My sincere thanks to Dr. Husain Nagamia and Dr. Tajuddin Ahmed. I wanted to also say a very special thanks to you, Alia Hizara. All 3 of these individuals made this exhibition possible. I am proud to be exhibiting my rare and unique Quranic collection. It is a great way to share our Islamic knowledge and history. I hope you enjoy the viewing and that this presentation sparked your interest. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Brother Naim Dam, for making this presentation available to all of us. And a few years ago, when the Cambridge University found a rare manuscript of the Surah Al-Mulk, which dates back to the time of the Prophet ﷺ, a new excitement outburst in the Muslim world, because there have always been efforts to find that manuscript that people say was written at the time of the Prophet ﷺ. So one manuscript describing Surah Al-Mulk was found, and now it is in Cambridge University. And hopefully, someday Brother Naim would get a copy of that as well to include in the museum that Dr. Taj and Dr. Nagamia has initiated. And that would be really a wonderful day. Dr. Nagamia, do you want to say anything about the presentation, and Dr. Taj, you also?
Yeah. Again, Naim Saab, thank you very much for such a excellent presentation. I mean, those Qurans are awe-inspiring. I mean, they are so great. And as you know, that our museum in Chicago is housing some of also the medical manuscripts that and medical books that are historic and which are belong to some of our Islamic scholars. I urge everybody that comes to Chicago to come and visit us. We are in Rolling Meadows. You can visit our website, NIIMS.org, O-R-G, and you will get the address, you will get the location, and we have a, mashallah, full-time director now, Alia, who attends to it, and she will be very pleased to take you around and show you everything. And very soon we are developing this wing where we are hopefully going to house all these rare Qurans that you saw today. And inshallah, they will be also available for your viewing. So we are marching forwards on our ambition to educate our own community and the other community as well about the golden age of Islam, when Islam was so much ahead in the world that there was no other education known except in the Islamic countries. So unfortunately, we have fallen back, but it is time for us to wake up and march forwards and take the reins to where we belonged at one time. Inshallah, that will happen, and all of you can join and participate in this upliftment, inshallah. So with that little remarks, I'll open it for comments from other people. I don't see them at the moment, but Taj, you have anything to say about any other?
It was an excellent presentation. I would like to ask Brother Naim, what are the total number of Qurans that he has total? As he said, he only presented partial list of those.
I have about 70 or 80.
MashaAllah.
But I have a lot of miniature arts, which are also very, very rare. Was done by a lot of most famous curators.
I think but once we start this as a beginning of the collection, I'm sure there are many other collectors in the world may be able to contribute. And
yeah, there are many people in the United States may have similar things.
Yeah, may pass it on to us so that this can be the real beginning of a large collection.
I think I should also say that when I visited Uzbekistan, they have this Quran which belonged to Hazrat Umar. Hazrat Usman.
Yeah.
And this Quran actually exhibits the blood stain on the pages where, you know, Hazrat Usman as-salam was reading the Quran when somebody attacked him, and, you know, he subsequently died. But this Quran was taken to Moscow, and the blood was analyzed, and it was confirmed with the DNA that it was human blood. And this Quran is displayed in Uzbekistan in a very nice setting. And anybody who goes to Tashkent should go and view this Quran personally. So this is another Quran, historic Quran, which is there.
I think half of the Quran is also in St. Petersburg Museum in Russia.
That's true, yeah.
Yes.
It was divided in 3 parts.
Yes.
Part is in Istanbul, part is in Uzbekistan, and part is in Moscow.
Yeah.
There are 2 rare Quran that I saw in India. One is in the library of Rampur, a Quran that is dedicated to Ali radiallahu ta'ala an. And it is said that he himself wrote that Quran, and a copy of that Quran is in the library and museum of Rampur. It was a collection of the Nawab, and it is there. And the other one I saw with an individual who lives in a small town called Pulat, where Shah Waliullah was born. And the beauty of that Quran is that it is on riq, that is the deer skin, the entire Quran. And that was the collection of Shah Waliullah, and his family owns that one, and it is there. Nobody knows about it. I mean, the Indian Archives has not made any attempt to get it, but it is there. And I'm sure there are hundreds and thousands of such manuscripts that would be lying there in different parts of the world with the individuals, with families, in the collections of libraries. And the efforts that you have started in Chicago with the establishment of this museum and with the inspiration that is coming from Brother Naim is remarkable, and definitely it would one day create a mega museum of rare collections of the Quran from all over the world.
Yeah.
So a question has come up from the audience. It says, how many of the 8th to 10th century leaves do you possess, Brother Naim? And do you have any leaves from the Blue Quran?
I don't have a leaf from Blue Quran yet, but I found one person who has it in negotiating price.
I see. So there are some available in the market.
Yes.
In the antique market.
Yeah, they are. He's in England, and he has one.
The one that I saw in 1960, the first time in Hyderabad, the so-called Salarjung Museum, largest single-man collection of all kinds of things in the world, and there was a section of Qurans only. So
yeah, I just saw them actually at my last visit to Hyderabad.
Yeah.
I visited the Salarjung Museum, and they have miniature Qurans just like what you saw, and also the illuminated scripts, the gold leaf and everything. And they are very, very nice. There's another question from the audience. It says, can you please send us the contact information of reaching NIIMS? Now you can find all our contact information by going to www.niims.org. Of course, my email, if you want to reach me, is very simple. My first initial H, last name Nagamia @gmail.com. And you can also reach our executive director. Her email is on the website. So, and the telephone number is on the website. So please feel free to contact her at any time, especially when you're in Chicago. Please visit the museum and visit the library, and you'll be very, very pleased that you came to visit those institutions.
Dr. Nagamia, you went to Khudabakhsh Library in Bhopal.
In Patna.
Yeah.
Did you see any
I
Quran?
did a special trip to Khudabakhsh Library in Patna, in Bihar, because they have one of the rarest manuscripts on the Islamic surgical textbook of Az-Zahrawi. Az-Zahrawi, as you know, in the year about 1000, wrote this very exhaustive book, which is called Al-Tasrif, and it has illustration of the instruments that he used. And you'll be very pleased to know that some of the operations that he has described in that book are exactly like what we do today. So 1,000 years ago, Islamic science and surgery were so advanced that they could do those operations at that time, which we are doing exactly the same way today.
Some of these instruments, we got it actually made using a three-dimensional technique, and they are on exhibition. They were
Yes. So we have those instruments, and we'll be displaying those. We have replica of those instruments made, specially manufactured in India, in Hyderabad, and we have brought them to the museum inshallah, they'll be on display. So there'll be some other exciting things for all of you to see, and bring your children along, because they are the ones that need to carry the torch forwards. So I think that sort of more or less concludes our presentation for today. Please watch out for more things. We'll be giving you lectures on the history of medicine. We'll be giving the what the women did, the in contributions, which will be coming up very shortly. And we'll be concluding with a dua from Dr. Aslam Abdullah Sahab.
Thank you very much. And of course, what you have done is pioneering in the United States, and definitely a day will come when we will proudly say that the US has the largest collection of the rarest Quran, as we hope that the people from all over the world would contribute and would join this movement to ensure that our history is preserved and the people come to that city primarily to look at the rarest collections of the Quran. So let's raise our hands and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help these brothers and sisters accomplish the goal that they have. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
آمين.
رب زدني علما كثيرا رب زدني علما كثيرا رب زدني علما كثيرا. This is one of the prayers that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you asked us, you have taught us to recite in every age and in every time, that we ask you to help us increase in knowledge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give us the knowledge of this word, give us the knowledge of the Quran, give us the knowledge of every branch of sciences that you have inspired us to develop. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, these brothers are making a humble effort to bring together all the efforts that Muslims have made throughout history to preserve your words in the way they feel would express your majesty and your grandeur. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept their efforts, bless all those people who have made those efforts, and bless all those people who are making the efforts to preserve all those contributions to the Quran and all these contributions to the knowledge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are humbled before you. We are nothing in front of you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but you are the one who inspires, you are the one who gives us the tawfiq, and you are the ones who give us the strength to carry on our efforts to do things that would please you and do things that would preserve and would protect your words. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we ask you to bless Dr. Nagamia, Dr. Taj, Sister Alia, and Brother Naim, who have made this effort to ensure that the collections pass on to the next generations so that they could also make their contribution to all of us. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما رب وارحم أنت خير الراحمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you very much, everybody. We'll be adjourning now.